This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story this evening, the family of a triple murderer says they knew how dangerous their son was months before the killings. But because of what they call a loophole in the law, they could not get him the help he needed. Tonight, medical professionals weigh in on this hot-button issue. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live in the studio with what one local doctor has to say. Jess.
Good evening, Haley. Doctors say it's a tough situation. It's really a debate between patient liberties and paternalism. And here in Florida, when it comes to patients' rights, the state supports independence in making those decisions.
Andres Avalos Sr. heard the same thing from every doctor he took his son to see.
That they really cause a protocol in the way the law is laid out. They couldn't violate his rights.
He says his son, Andres Avalos Jr., was in denial about his mental state. And without his permission, the law says that doctors couldn't treat him. Andres Sr. and his wife, Nora, saw the danger their son posed.
They say that they can't violate their rights. Well, the community has a right to.
Dr. Matthew Thomas says even if it breaks the family's heart, every adult has the right to make their own medical decisions.
You can always call 911. To, if possible, get them to the emergency room.
But Nora and Andres Avalos Sr. did those things. So Dr. Thomas recommends that if a family member feels their loved one is a threat to others, they should file a court order asking a judge to initiate what's called the Baker Act.
Those people can fill out paperwork indicating their concerns, what's been going on, what their observations are, why the individual refuses to get and seek help.
If the judge approves the court order, the Baker Act would allow health professionals to evaluate and assess the individual involuntarily. It allows doctors to hold that patient for up to 72 hours.
Even if somebody's Baker Acted, they still have most of their rights, and those rights are enshrined in the Florida State Constitution.
So according to state law, even if a doctor diagnoses a mental illness, unless the patient shows signs of aggression or is unresponsive and risks going into a coma, doctors cannot give them medicine if they don't want it.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office say they come in contact with people several times a week who end up getting evaluated under the Baker Act. Dr. Thomas says that usually within 24 hours, just from looking at and talking to a patient, they can diagnose them. But he says sometimes people fall through the cracks. Haley.
Thank you, Jess. An update on the search for a man connected to several home burglaries in Charlotte County. Deputies were called to Peachland Boulevard tonight after someone reported seeing Blake Guild, seen here. He was found on Grayton Terrace after a 4-hour search around the neighborhood. He's facing 64 charges ranging from grand theft to armed burglary in a 5-week crime spree. He's being held without bond. New tonight, a search for a wanted suspect in Inglewood has led to the arrest of 2 people for separate crimes. Deputies with the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office were canvassing El Campo Avenue when they came across a house with a door that had been forced open. Inside, deputies found a fake wall with glow lights on the other side. They obtained a search warrant and found cannabis and cannabis plants inside the home. The homeowners, Amanda and Michael Mathern, are facing several charges, including manufacturing marijuana and possessing more than 20 grams of marijuana. As the opioid epidemic continues across the country, one of the worst areas in the state for overdoses is now getting more help in preventing them from becoming fatal. The Bradenton Police Department is receiving a $20,000 grant from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. It will be used to buy 400 units of Narcan, which is an antidote to opioid overdoses. Officers will carry these with them and will be able to deliver it immediately during an overdose call. So far this year, the department has responded to 98 overdoses and 9 suspected opioid-related deaths. The Bradenton Police Department also receiving a grant that will help neighborhood organizations improve safety and crime prevention, among some other services. The department received $13,000 from the Florida Contraband Forfeiture Grant Program. The funds will be given to community groups, associations, or nonprofit organizations providing services to residents within the city. Proposals may range from requests for entire projects or as part of a larger project. Applications for funding must be submitted by the end of June. City officials handing down a decision on a Punta Gorda police officer's appeal to get his job back. The Punta Gorda city manager concluding the city human resources manager was correct in terminating Officer Lee Cole. Cole was fired last March for his role in the shooting death of Mary Knowlton. Mary Knowlton was the 73-year-old woman seen here fatally shot during a citizens training academy in August. Today's ruling concludes that Cole's termination was correct under the applicable disciplinary rules and procedures. Manatee County commissioners and school board members are holding their first joint discussion on whether containments at Bayshore High School caused a group of alumni to develop cancer and other medical issues. County staff reviewed documents at the site after underground storage tanks were removed and 2 wells on the campus were closed. They claim neither showed harmful amounts of containment or any kind of contaminants in there in the soil or the groundwater. However, the Manatee County Health Department says that the county should compile and review medical records of alumni to see if there is a link between any of the types of cancer.
First and foremost, the systematic manner to go about this is to identify a cancer cluster, and we haven't done that in 20-some years, and I think everyone has recognized that.
I just want to know what caused it. You know, is it was from the school or where? I just want to answer. That's all that's here.
The school board asked if a third-party environmental firm could double-check the documents to check about these contaminants. The health department says it would be willing to conduct a study into the cancer cases, but it could be costly and require consent from all patients or their families. An important health advisory for a popular beach on the Sun Coast. As a precaution, Sarasota County health officials are issuing a no-swim advisory at Casperson Beach in Venice. They say recent water quality testing shows the amount of harmful bacteria was outside of acceptable limits. The beach is still open, but health officials do not recommend that you swim in the water or wade in that water until the advisory is lifted. Some good news for those in South Sarasota County. A wildfire that has burned 3,500 acres in Northport is finally 100% contained. Florida Forest Service making the announcement around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Crews from Florida and South Carolina have been in Northport working to put out these flames and working to keep it from spreading since it broke out nearly 2 weeks ago. The firefighters from South Carolina are now on their way back home, which is great news. And I have to think, Bob, that the rain helped them in their efforts.
I'm sure that it did. And we've had quite a bit of rainfall over the past week and a half now, and especially last weekend when some areas had nearly 4 inches of rain, all told, from Friday to Sunday. Well, what we have now is the rain yesterday, which is now well down to our south associated with that cold front. It continues to slide to the south right now, and high pressure continues to build in over the southeast. This high pressure is going to be the dominating weather feature overnight and tomorrow. It's providing us with this northerly flow, which is cooling things down too. And we look for a pretty cool evening, I should say cool morning, to start things off. We're looking at low temperatures dropping down into the low to mid 60s in some inland locations. Right now it's comfortable out there. If you haven't been outside, it's nice. The dew point's really low and winds are calm. The pressure 29.98 inches. That continues to rise. Well, much more on our weather forecast as we head into the weekend. Coming up in just a few minutes. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Voters in Montana headed to the polls for a special election today in a race to fill a seat that was vacated by the new Secretary of the Interior. But now one of the candidates is facing charges after he allegedly assaulted a reporter last night. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest.
Voters in Montana awaiting results of a special congressional election, an already hotly contested race even before the Republican frontrunner Greg Gianforte was charged with misdemeanor assault. Audio of the encounter recorded by Guardian reporter Ben Jacobs as he asked Gianforte about health care.
And we'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
I'm sick and tired of you guys. The last time that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian?
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
Grabbed my recorder, and next thing I knew, I'd gone from being vertical to being horizontal and on the floor.
Gianforte's campaign insists he was just grabbing for the phone he says Jacobs pushed in his face, saying it's unfortunate that this aggressive behavior from a liberal journalist created this scene. But on Fox News, that network's reporter who was in the room backed Jacobs' account.
Gianforte grabbed him by the neck, both hands, slid him to the side, body slammed him, and then got on top of him and started punching and then yelling at him.
Many going to the polls in Montana say this had no impact on their vote.
No, it did not change because we're all imperfect and we've all made mistakes, and unfortunately he made a bad choice.
Still, some on Capitol Hill, including House Speaker Paul Ryan, say Gianforte should at the very least apologize. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
President Trump is meeting with key allies at his first NATO summit in Brussels. It comes during a tense time between the U.S. and the United Kingdom following Monday's terrorist attack in Manchester. British officials are fuming that detailed information about the attack was leaked to the media after it was sent to law enforcement in the U.S. The president is promising to get to the bottom of those leaks. Initially, sharing information related to the attacks was suspended between officials in the U.S. and U.K. It has been reinstated after the British government assured that intelligence would be protected. Governor Rick Scott has signed a bill into law that officially makes terrorism a crime in Florida. It creates criminal offenses for people who engage in illegal activities in connection with terrorist organizations or commit acts of terrorism. Governor Scott says the state is doing everything in its power to make sure no family or community suffers like those affected by the Pulse nightclub shooting, when an ISIS-inspired terrorist killed 49 people. A counterterrorism conference was being held in Orlando today, and law enforcement officers stress citizen involvement is key in combating terrorist activity. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, the future of the area near the celery fields. Groups continue to make their voices heard in opposing a waste processing facility.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Creative Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Come on in, welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you're in for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your buckets all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Beatsville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone and dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wig in Beatsville. Catch the gig in Beatsville.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
So, Bob, we are getting another forecast on what the hurricane season might
be like.
Look like.
Yeah, and there's a big, Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico. It could be anywhere. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot going on with that. I can remember when there was only one guy who predicted the hurricane. Yeah, his name was Dr. William Gray back in 1985.
Wow.
Now there's, I don't know, half a dozen, maybe more people that are predicting what the season is going to be like. Earlier on, El Nino was expected to develop in the mid to late part of the season, and that would have knocked a lot of the storms down, but now that appears to be not the case. So the NOAA is predicting now a near normal or slightly above average hurricane season. What that means is that they're projecting 11 to 17 named storms, averages 12, 5 to 9 hurricanes, and 2 to 4 of those becoming major hurricanes. That's a little bit up. And also WSI, who also makes projections now, also actually upping their ante as a result of El Nino not going to be around, which typically knocks down these storms and creates some strong shear. So looks like it's not going to be happening. We may have a busier season than average, but all it takes is one storm to make it a busy season. Look at this. Great shot tonight. Boy, beautiful sky as the sun was setting. This one from Norm at McKechnie, and this one here from Sarasota. Jeffrey getting this one, some gravity wave clouds right there in the distance. And Siesta Key is a little tide pool. Fred Seeger sending that. It's just great shots right there. And that way's a webcam actually getting that nice looking sky too earlier tonight as the sun was setting. Quite a bit of clouds around, producing that nice pink glow to the sky. And tell you what, looks like it's going to be similar again tomorrow. Here's what's happening. The front is down to our south. As I mentioned, the shower is starting to wind down. Blue, I should say clear skies, but it's going to be blue skies all across the southeast tomorrow as a result of a large area of high pressure, which is dominating the weather right now. 70 degrees, the dew point comfortable. Winds are calm with the pressure 29.98 inches and rising. The high today was 83, below average. Will stay below average tomorrow too. And the low temperatures will be below average tomorrow to start the day off. This morning's low was well above it. No rainfall to report. And for the month now we're at 5 inches. Lows tonight will be in the mid-60s to start things off tomorrow morning. And 68 in Englewood, 64 in Mayaca City, Lakewood Ranch at 65, 67 degrees in Sarasota, and temperatures a little bit warmer near the water as you would expect. Water temperature still in the low 80s there, and that has an influence on the air temperature. Tomorrow's highs under beautiful blue skies, lots of sunshine, mid-80s tomorrow, just a couple degrees shy of the average, but the humidity will stay low due to some dry air that's trapped in the atmosphere. And on top of that, not the case over the northeast. Lots of moisture moving in around this large area of low pressure, which continues to bring rain, some of it heavy at times, into New Jersey, New York, heading off toward Boston, and severe weather tonight into Kansas along State Road 70, or I should say Interstate 70 is where the heaviest weather is. There's still some warnings in effect there for severe thunderstorms across the central U.S., but that is it across the United States. For us, that front kind of waffles back and forth over South Florida, and then it eventually fades away. We may see some high cloudiness from it, but not much. As I said, a lot of sunshine expected for Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. So things looking really good for the holiday weekend. And as boaters are concerned, it's been tough going lately. It's going to get better, much better. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a light chop on the bays and in the waters out there. The tide's upcoming. The next low tide will be at 7:06 and the high tide will be at 12:49. Tonight, mostly clear, 68 for your low, and looks nice. Tomorrow, 85 for high, mild conditions, and then the extended forecast is calling for gorgeous weather right through Sunday and into Memorial Day. High temperatures in the upper 80s by then, and a better chance for scattered afternoon storms on Wednesday and Thursday. Well, some photos sent in. My fishing trip was rained out. Now, obviously, tough going for boaters the last couple of days. But this one, Captain Brian Marcy, earlier in the week on his breakwater charters. These clients right there catching some big snook. They're still out there. Obviously not the season, though. You got to throw them back in once you catch them. And then Captain Larry McGuire, they're getting some snapper. Show me the fish. Some nice photos there of a couple of folks going offshore. And I want to remind folks, coming up, not this weekend, but next, Sarasota Bay Watch, a great organization here in town, is going to do a cleanup around the New Pass fishing piers That cleanup is June 3rd from 8 a.m. until noon. Kent Thompson Parkway is where you'll meet. You can still sign up. Go to their Facebook page there. They have enough divers already. They just need some top folks on top that are picking some of the trash the divers pick up and carry that back to shore. So you want to meet up for that.
That's easier than diving.
Diving down there and getting involved with that. But they got volunteers for that already, though. It's pretty good.
They're good to go on that.
That's
so
right.
help on land.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Bob. The fight to save land near the celery fields continues. Tonight, leaders from across Sarasota County gathered to voice their concerns about plans to build a construction waste processing facility on public land adjacent to the celery fields. Next Thursday, a petition will be given to the Sarasota County Planning Commission. The group is urging the Planning Commission vote against plans to sell the land because of noise, pollution, and traffic issues they say would come with that facility.
If we've done our job correctly, hopefully the Planning Commission will hear from the people of Sarasota and agree with us that this is just not the right place for this particular type of facility. And we're hoping that they're going to recommend that the County Commission not approve the project.
If you want to voice your opinion, you can write to county commissioners and express your concerns. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's a look at tonight's show, and it's wonderful. You cut a hole in the grapefruit?
Yes, you do.
Wouldn't that sting?
You got to know what you're doing.
Guillermo, go get a grapefruit. I'm coming back.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish. In your face, in your face.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Thank you.
I'm Alan Cohn. President Trump's first overseas trip from the Middle East to the Pope to telling NATO members to pay up, but no relief from troubles at home.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Now, sports.
The Rays wrapping up a 4-game series against the Los Angeles Angels tonight at the Trop. A sweet moment before the start of the game as the Angels catcher warms up by throwing a ball back and forth with a young fan in the stands. Very cute. In the bottom of the first, with bases loaded, Colby Rasmus hits a line drive to center field. Corey Dickerson and Steven Souza Jr. each scoring a run on that play. A similar story in the bottom of the 5th. Rasmus back at the plate. He hits a ground rule double on a fly ball, allowing Dickerson to get his second run of the night. Evan Longoria also scores on that play. The Rays win this game 4-0. The Ottawa Senators looking to keep the Penguins from making it to their second consecutive Stanley Cup final in Game 7 in Pittsburgh tonight. With 3 minutes in overtime, the game is still tied at 2. A very exciting Game 7. To the NBA, where the Celtics are looking to stay alive in the playoffs as the Cavaliers lead the series 3-1. In Game 5 in Boston tonight, the Cavs take off with the early lead in the first 2 minutes of the game. Cleveland gains nearly a 10-point lead over the Celtics with a pretty nice layup from LeBron. It doesn't get much better for Boston from there. The Cavaliers win this one 135-102 and advance to face the Warriors once again in the finals. Another matchup. A powerhouse football team on the Suncoast now has a new head coach. Yusuf Shakir is taking the job at Manatee High School. Coach Shakir is coming from Tallahassee's Lincoln High School, where he won a state championship in 2010 and was a state runner-up in 2012. School officials say Coach Shakir impressed the entire search committee with his teaching and coaching experience and quickly became a front-runner for the position. Shakir will replace John Booth. Booth shocked players and staff earlier this spring when he announced that he was leaving coaching after just 3 seasons with the Hurricanes. A very big program there. We're going to see how he does, and we wish him luck. That's a look at sports. We'll have our winning lotto numbers right after this.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Celebrate and salute our heroes during the Memorial Day clearance and pay no interest for 48 months with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase Florida-styled bedroom group now $5.99 with a matching 3-drawer nightstand free. This special purchase dual reclining sofa now $4.99. And this special purchase Serta-Queen Perfect Sleeper Set now $3.99. Exclusively at the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Allenton.
Save big.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia. But the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A little girl from Northport is making a huge impression overseas. Iman Biasha won Arab's Got Talent over the weekend after receiving the most amount of votes for her opera performance, and a beautiful dress too. She has now had the chance to meet and shake hands with King Abdullah and Queen Rania, who watched her perform in Jordan. She was actually born in the Middle East. She lives there for half of the year with her father, who is Jordanian. She spends the other part of the year with her grandmother in Northport.
A big star in Northport.
Yeah.
I can see some singing in her career right here on the Sun Coast. Van Wezel, maybe. Who knows?
I
You never
hope
know.
so. I hope she does come back and perform here.
Yeah, that'd be
She
great.
must be great.
Yeah, great weather too. I mean, it's going to be outstanding. You're not going to get a day like tomorrow in this late
For a
of
long
May,
time.
and very, very often.
Well, tonight, this evening, I was
Oh,
just
I
in
know.
shock. I had to just sit outside
Yeah.
and just let it soak in because it was amazing.
Exactly.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.